your man C. Scott. Welcome back to this week's Coffee Grind. Now, this week I'm going to be talking with McFly. He is the owner of Sho'off Creations and Sho'off Kuts. And he's been in the barber game for over 15 years and owned his own shop for 5. Now, this week we're going to talk about a ton of different things, but some of the things I want you to listen out for is how small businesses can think and need to think like big corporations. And also we're going to be talking about legacy and parenting while you're grinding. It's going to be a ton of different things we're talking about. It's going to be a great show. Now, the audio is a little off in it, but don't let that distract you from the message and the knowledge that this man's dropping. So sit back, relax, grab a pen, take some notes, and get ready for this week's Coffee Grind. I'm going to get me some coffee though. It's good. It's good. It's always good here, but it's really good this week. Yo, man, so I always want to start off with, man, I appreciate you.
Yes, sir.
Doing this.
Yes, sir.
Of course, I had to get you on the joint.
Appreciate it.
You were, I guess we call it an alumni. You're alumni of the 3 questions and 1 tip. You were the first.
Yes, sir.
First video.
Uno.
So, and that kind of evolved into this.
Right.
So,
to
man,
this.
I appreciate you
No
doing
problem.
this.
No problem. Thanks for the invite.
Yeah, definitely. So, what we kind of talking about before we started rolling for the 3rd time. Man, so you do a lot of different stuff. Man.
Correct.
You stay busy.
Correct.
So you
Correct.
Of course, you got a barber shop.
Right.
You were doing barber school.
Right.
You know, teaching people how to cut hair and such.
The proper way and get licensed.
Right.
Right.
Not just out the house.
Not just on the porch, which is nothing wrong with it.
Nothing wrong
but
with
in order
that,
to advance in your craft and to grow, you have to get some type of professional training and teaching, and I was here for it. So you're right.
So you helping, I guess we can call them youngins now. So
right.
we ain't that young anymore.
The youth.
So you helping the youth.
Generation 2KG.
But I think that's important because you impart knowledge.
Right. Right.
Into them, because you've been at it. I was looking at the coffee grind that we did yesterday.
Right.
I was looking at that just yesterday, and you've been in it, what, 18 years now?
It's gonna be 18, Lord willing. It's gonna be 18 this year. And the beauty of it is I started going to school, and then the school was reaching out, giving prior students the opportunity to come back and teach. Right. And they called me up. I came, I interviewed, and I've been doing it ever since. And it's kind of different because I am an introvert, extrovert type person. Okay. But I've never been that type of person that been in front of class and groups. Right. And for me to come from that type of background to teaching was a big deal. But it started from 1 day to 8 years being in, and I'm officially almost 18 years of cutting hair. Gotcha. Yeah. Still young though, but 18 years.
So you pretty much been doing that while you were in high school.
Exactly. Which is facts. I was coming from New York. We couldn't find a barber shop. Right. So what my mom did, this was when Pick and Save was back open. Went to Pick and Save, bought a pair of clippers, and told me I have to learn. Right. Okay. And this wasn't no YouTube, no videos.
Yeah, wasn't YouTube back then.
And nothing. So I got pictures where the side was fade and the back wasn't. Like real soup bowls, but I started from there and kept on until eventually I started cutting people on the track team. I started cutting people after school, and it took me to keep getting fired and fired from every job, or either terminating and leaving, to realize that every time I leave a job that I go back to cutting hair. Yeah. Until I had to take it serious and realize I really could do this, and I've been cutting ever since. So I always worked and cut and always did something and cut. Right. But I just came back and now I do it full time and try to base everything around cutting. Right.
So basically, man, the universe, God, life, we're trying to tell you, hey, man, this is what you're supposed to be.
This is what you're supposed to be doing.
You just like,
I want to work at Winn-Dixie. I want to work at Public Grounds. So it's destined. I want to do this and that, but like you said, the universe was showing me and directing me, and I just had to answer the call. So.
Yeah, you had to go to your passion. And
right.
Hey, man, this is what I'm gonna do. So, but yeah, man. So you guys, let's get into. Man, there's so many different places I want to go. Right. But let's get into like some of the other stuff you're doing. So, Lil Ray.
We got the Lee Ray. Lee Ray is inspired by. I got twin girls, Lee and Marie. They're 7, and I had one of them to start something and push something young. without being too physical. At that age, they always changing their minds. Right. So once again, since I'm a barber and I feel like there's a need for a product, a lot of barbershops, when you go there, they're not really upselling. Okay. It's only mainly like the salons that do the upsell of the products. Okay. So reached out with a company, was going back and forth to Tampa, where the company is at, where the headquarters at, should I say. And we put together a product. And Libre Beauty product, what it's for is we got some for the women, for their waves, for the edges. For the men, it's for their waves. Right. We also use it for dreadlocks, often used for braids. Right. We also have the Libre Skin Therapy, which is all natural oils. It's good for any type of skin, any type of condition. And last but not least, what we just brought out, and for the 2019 is going to be the Libre Oil, which is good for your scalp condition, and it's good for particular areas of your body.
Gotcha. So I guess that kind of just came from a need to like just have something there at the shop so people wouldn't have to go to like maybe the Sally Beauty Supply.
Exactly.
Or some of the other hair shops.
Exactly.
So you just got a one-stop shop.
I wanted a one-stop shop. I wanted something where it felt like, as a barber instructor and teaching like the guys and girls, I realized that they wasn't focused on the product. Like they're more about just cutting, getting in and getting out. They're not focused on the quality side of it. They're more focused on the quantity side. Right. So me just working and being there and being blessed to only be in about 3 different shops. We have my own. Right. I say that because a lot of people move. So some barbers may be in 15, 20 shops. It's not a problem. You got to find what works for you. Right. But to be blessed to be in 2 shops, 3 shops total, and seeing what they have and didn't have, I realized for my shop I wanted different. Right. So seeing that there's a need, and I wanted to always be that one-stop shop. I want you to get there and have everything for you. So credit cards, cash, checks, do-rag comb, brush, anything that's a need with the hair. I had one to be that spot for it. So exactly. So I came up with that product, and once again, based it around what I already did, which is cutting hair. Right.
And then, of course, so I think it's important. See, I think it's important that a lot of people get into business and do business and love the passion, but they don't. Right. They don't go into like the business side of it, the sales side of it. Like I said, one thing you said about upselling, which takes me back to my retail days, man, as retail store manager. But that's that extra added, to that ticket sale, man.
You're right.
Can help business owners out quite a bit.
It does, and nowadays, you got to have either more than one job or either more than one income coming in. And it's just because everything is going. Right. Even though gas is somewhat coming down, but prices of everything is going up. Yeah. So if you got that one good income, you can survive. Right. But I don't think really nobody want to live check to check. You want to live above your means. Right. So, and what I realized is that it's all about upselling, because people want something, you just got to bring it to them. So back in my sales days, they always tell you like a no is a yes. You just got to find a way. Right. So when you come to my shop or just have anything, I'm gonna see some type of condition or something that I probably can't try to upsell you. Right. If it works, it does. If not, then I'm not going to hound you and be like, get it. Right. But I know there's another opportunity because I just planted that seed in your head that next time you'll come get it, or next time you'll see a need for it.
Right. And see, and some of the just kind of keep on with that. Like, so there's a shop very close to here, of like a more of a franchise. I don't know if that's franchise over there. I'm not gonna say their name.
Right.
Franchise, but you know what I'm
I know
talking
exactly what you're talking about. They are franchise, right?
But they, I mean, some of the bigger spots, they always have like those extra products, as you said, to upsell, to say, hey, this is what I use, and they spray it on you.
Exactly.
Like, this is what I use. You should probably, take this home with you.
Exactly. And one of the spots that you're talking about is I worked there. Okay. And that what helped gave me the idea. Right. So when I got out of school, I went straight barbershop. Okay. And I wasn't able to utilize the skills of shear and being diverse. Okay. So I had to go there to see. Right. And me being there, they're showing me that not only are we selling this product, but we're using this product. Right. So it's like go hands in hand. Right. So that's what I came with the concept of. Not only am I cutting your hair, but I'm styling your hair the same way you style it at home. Yep. And I'm showing you how to use it.
How to use it, and these are the products.
Right, and this is the product you. So it's a win-win. So when you leave on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, or Friday, or Saturday, you're not wondering what I did. I'm showing you what I did, and now you have the product and the skill to use to keep yourself looking like a show off client.
Right, because when you walk out the barbershop,
right,
man, you trying to go everywhere.
Everywhere.
So everybody can see that fresh cut.
Everywhere.
But, you know, like you said, man, you know, day 2 or 3 after that.
Exactly.
You got to still know.
Right. How to bring it back, how to keep it going.
Right.
And that was about. So, yeah, you're absolutely right.
Well, let me ask you this. I think we're touching on some good stuff here, but so, in my opinion, small business owners, they think, then they like, a lot of times they like to just think small.
Mm-hmm.
So, from what I'm hearing from you, you took a lot of those, I guess you should say, big business ideas and brought it in. So you see, because with being in the barbershop industry, man, I know a lot of people come in there. You see probably a lot of business owners that you know that you see people from all walks of life.
All walks of life, right.
So do you see that people, when they say small business, they kind of think small and they don't think bigger?
I do to a certain extent. It's some people, like some small business, right? I feel like it sells itself. Like even though we're small, it's a need for it.
Right.
So with the products and stuff that I try to come out, I try to find out what's the need for it and how it would work in the market.
Right.
And I think the mind frame, even though it says small business, it's just because we're not big like these, corporations just yet.
Right.
But once we pass a certain amount, either dollar-wise or customer-wise, now we consider to be in a whole nother bracket. And a lot of people kind of think small because they're not seeing, and a lot of people kind of base stuff on money. And we know money does control a lot of things, but money's not the main resource.
Right.
It's all about your connection, it's about getting things out and pushing things of that nature. So to answer your question, I do kind of feel like a lot of people does target low until they reach a certain level, and then they start thinking big, but they have to cross that line first. With me, I just saw a need because I tend to go out and do different things. Right. So me doing different things and me visiting different places, I had an idea of we could take something small and grow. Right. So, and it's not as colossal as I want to myself, but on the outside, people looking in, they think it is. Right. So as long as I could paint that picture and fulfill it, then I'm okay with that.
Gotcha. Cool, man. So I didn't even know like about the products or the oils and all that stuff. So what's next, man? Can we get into the? What's next is into the brush a little.
Sure, we got a product called the Kick Brush, and the Kick Brush was started many moons ago. It started as a thought and moved on to curation. And what it is basically as a barber, we felt that there's no need for having the same product and using it with the spread of sanitation and sterilization, the lack of, should I say. So what a brush is, it's your first brush where it comes apart as far as the brush part, and it allows you to brush one head without transferring any diseases to another head. So basically it's a sanitation and sterilization brush, first of its kind, and it'll be out in 2019. Okay. It's already in the work. We're just trying to make sure everything is perfect. Right. We also got a thing called the Hat Pack. And the Hat Pack, what it is a book bag that's fashionable, more design. It's for us as men, but for everybody. Yeah. I say that because women got the purse. Now we got the fanny pack, but we need something where it's going to be something for the culture, something dealing with music or hip hop. And I'm an 80s baby, so I'm from that era where we had backpacks, we had nothing in it. So we just walked around, or put stuff in it, it was a style. So with that being said, we put everything together. We came up with this type of corporation and this type of idea. And yeah, that'll be out in 2019 also.
I guess in the 80s, y'all weren't putting anything in there, but everything is thrown in the bag, man. I got a bag right here. I had everything thrown in there together.
Exactly. Like I had. This is back in the era of CDs. So I had my CDs, I had my my Walkman, I had my headphones, I had a notebook with my rhyme books. You know, it was that nature. It was just growing up and based on my surroundings and what was around. And being from New York, that was that era of backpacks and things of that nature. So I had want to incorporate that and bring somewhat that back. And yeah, I'm quite sure everybody gonna love it. It's gonna be a hit. And it's like I said, it's for the culture, so I enjoy it.
Gotcha. So all right, we're back. We had to stop for a quick second.
Yes, sir.
I don't even know if I'm gonna edit that in there, keep that in there, take that out. I don't even know what's going on right
now. We're freestyling.
We're making it happen, making it do what it do. But one thing I want to talk about and just go into, Cause we talked about this before we started rolling.
Right.
Or in another tape, or something another. What? So so being it, like I said, you're doing a lot of things. You're grinding out.
Right.
And I see the hustle and the grind. But you know, you got kids.
Right.
So how do you, like, what about that balance, or how do you work that out? Because I know that you were, like you said, you were doing the school thing. You left that to, you know, to do karate with the youngins. So can you talk a little bit about kind of how, like, how do you balance that out?
With me having twins, twin girls at that, going from 0 to 3 technically, because the stepson involved. But having 2 girls, you know, that's 7 years old, that's needy in the sense of, you know, they want their dad, they love being around, they have a lot of energy. I had to find that balance. So you gotta thank God for their mom, for the other side, because without her, it won't be that right balance. You know what I'm saying? Like, she do what she can on that end, I do what I can on my end. So we come together as a team. So I have to say, you know, shout out to her, because without her help, it wouldn't be done. But on my end, just the fault of trying to have that balance of business and being a family. Because they don't really understand, like with kids, they understand time and love by you dealing with them and being with them. They don't understand though, They don't understand the work aspect of why you have to be in the shop so long. Why when they want to go to the beach or out of town on a Saturday, I can't be there because I have to work and give them the money to go to the beach or whatever they want to go to.
But they don't get that.
They don't get that. So I had to realize that. So with the schooling, I've been teaching going on about 8 years, and I enjoy it because it breaks down the new rules, the new guidelines, what's in, what's not in, what we can do, what we can't do. Plus, I love the fact of I'm doing something that I love, which is cutting hair and teaching. So with that, taking up my time, and with the kids had want to do something different, we came up with karate. So I started taking them to karate going on about a month. And how I got into karate was they kept asking me, while I'm watching them practice, it wasn't correct. So I had to step up and show them. So I realized in the middle of showing them, I might well go ahead and join to do it all together. So we made it like a family thing. So I came into, I started doing it, and I was going on 2 months with me at my age. And it was kind of difficult just based on the stretching and the movement. But without being a quitter, I didn't want to just stop and show my kids that it was hurting me and they had to do it. So I pushed through it, and I realized that if I want to take it serious, I have to either eliminate one of them. So that's when I pulled away from school, because that knowledge and information is still there, because I'm still in it every day. It's just that I could put that on hold to follow my dreams of my kids and to do something where we all could be together as a family and grow. And I just feel like karate one of those things where it's not seasonal, it's lifetime. So it's something I can carry them for the rest of their life, as far as discipline, as far as you know, self-defense and things of that nature. So it's more therapeutic for me than probably for the kids. I like the fact that it's discipline. So I know I have to be there a particular time each day. I have to listen. And like I said, I got kids 7, 8 years old that I have to say yes ma'am, yes sir to. You know what I'm saying? So it's a humbling experience. Right, you know what I'm saying? But it's good though. So it still teaches me to let me know, you know, I still got balance and I still have it. So that's the beauty of it.
Let me, and we're going to kind of wrap this up a little bit.
Okay.
But let me ask you this though. This is something that I've noticed, and I don't know if you have, but so I've got a daughter, you know.
Right.
You've got 2 of them.
Right.
Have you noticed that they are kind of, because let me preface this with the hair product that you got out, and I always say it wrong, but Lorray?
Right.
Right? Or Lee-Ray?
Right.
So the hair product that you got going on, is it, and that's part with them, right?
Right.
Okay. So do you notice that they are actually some of the folks that, like, they're trying to follow in your path, should I say?
They are. So Lee-Ray came with Malia and Murray. Malia is the oldest, Murray the youngest. I just put their names together, called it Lee-Ray. And what I noticed is that, so what I do is I go get shirts made probably every week or two. with their name on it. So they take it to school. What is Lee Ray? Who is Lee Ray? I gave them stickers to go out to their friends. So once in a while they give it to them. You know, trying to just promote and push it everywhere. I tell them, put in their books, put in your lockers, put in the cafeteria. You know, so when people go ask, what is Lee Ray? So when they come to the shop, mainly they realize I sell snacks, soda, chips, and things of that nature. So every time they come to the shop, or either tasty frozen honey drippers. When they come there, they always want something. I just say, I don't care if they just ate. They're hungry. So to help promote that is, I'm saying you have to sell. So if you sell one of your products, you can take $1 or $2 and you can buy something. So with that right there, with that type of mind frame, now when they get there, they know that nothing's free. So now they know at that age that they either have to sell or anything. So while you over there talking to a girl that's in the shop or a young man in the shop, you're not just talking to them. You're telling them, yo, this is my product and this is what I have. So at a young age. So and like I tell them, they're only 7, and at 7 they doing like 4 or 5 things. So I want them to find their path, so when they get to 10, it's not gonna be, baby, do you wanna do this? It's gonna be, this is what you're doing, because you should know by now, because you start at 5. So, and that's the thing that I feel like we have to start to our kids early and young, because those trades and those type of idea does carry over. We may not see it, but it's gonna be that friend or family that have your kid and gonna be like, Chauncey, your daughter said this and do this, or they know the difference, and that's the point that make you proud, to make you realize that they are listening even when you think they're not listening.
And the reason why I laugh, because I know Gabriella's gonna watch this video and be like, why don't I have stickers? Like, why don't I have that? But the reason why I asked that question is because, like, recently Gabriella was like, I want to do a video. And like, I had to break it down. I was like, do you want to do this, or do you just because you see me doing it? And it was a combination of both, which I could rock with, because she wanted to do it already. And you know, she see me doing it. I was just wondering, is it the same? Are they kind of following in your footsteps?
It is, and it's more of, and like I stated, I got twins, so the blessing of that is I have one that's probably more like me, and the other one probably more like their mom. They both have the same characteristic, but they're both different within themselves. So the one that's by my hip, which is Ray, she want to do everything I do, so it don't matter. So I know that even if I don't feel like it, and it be sometimes I don't want to go to karate practice. I really don't, because I do so much. And she'll call me like, Daddy, are you gonna meet me for karate practice? Absolutely. Then I have to be there. So it's that type of understanding where that I'm trying to teach them that if you're gonna start it, you have to finish. And even when I get, you know, tired for being human, they remind me of the same thing that I'm telling them. So and that's the beauty of having kids, is that you can pass on that understanding, that knowledge, that trait that they're gonna do better or be better than what you are.
And one thing I've noticed, man, especially, you know, Gabriella, and maybe it's the same thing with you, but it's almost like a symbiotic relationship where you keep them in check, but they keep you in check at the same time. Because one thing with kids, you tell them something, they're gonna remember.
They're gonna remember, and they will bring it up to you.
They're gonna bring it up like, hey,
And the kids, it's so wonderful. I remember Steve Harvey had a show that said kids say the darndest thing, which is so true, because they know when to say it. You know what I mean? It's the perfect time. It could be either a good word or a bad word. Like, it's the point of when they deliver it. And you know what I'm saying? And when you look at them, they know when to put it, the right place, the right timing. It goes, and it's like a reminder. You know what I'm saying? So that's the blessing of it. And like I tell anybody that can't have kids and do have kids, it's a wonderful thing. Like kids are wonderful. They keep you checked, and they do keep you young. So, and that's the beauty of it. And I want everything I do, positive or negative, and I want my kids to see, and I want it to reflect. And I say negative because if it's bad and they know that, they know not to do it, and they learn from it. You know what I'm saying? Because we're still human. But like I tell the kids, I'm gonna say things, I am gonna mess up, but just know that it's not deliberate, just not all the time on purpose. So yeah, that's the beauty of it.
Cool. Man, getting short on time, but but I appreciate you doing this.
Thank you.
And we're gonna definitely have to circle back around and follow back up. Man, so I'm gonna link up, but your stuff. But where's the best place for people to find you?
You can reach me at MK McFly on Instagram. Also, MK McFly on Facebook, or either Sho'off Creations. Sho'off Creation is the umbrella where everything fall under. So Sho'off Kuts is the barbershop. Lee Beauty Supply falls under. We got a t-shirt business coming out called Prey or Predator.
I'm doing everything.
we got Prey or Predator, and basically what that is, it's just gonna have like positive words and images on there.
Okay.
So in life, you're either the prey or the predator. You either the one eating or the one on the menu.
Right.
So that's the mode I want to push out.
Right.
That in life you have to be somewhat. You either gonna be one or the other. Right. So which position you fall in? We have our hat pack coming out. We also have my brush idea. So my idea and my thing is that we just want to throw a lot of things out so that it sticks, and that's like 5 ideas I have, and I really believe that out of the 5, 4 really gonna stick. Right. But if it don't, the same thing I tell my daughters is aim for the moon. So if you miss, at least you're among the stars. Right. And that's the motto I have is we're gonna aim high, we're gonna push out. Right. And you can always catch me at 533 McDuff Avenue South, right, which is Sho'off Kuts. That's where we have our exclusive Leroy products. Now we have our kick brush. Right. And my motto is support those that support you. So if you have any idea, just like my man Coffee Grind program, any poster, t-shirts, anything you have, you could bring by the shop. I could put up, I could put on my page, and we just believe in it take a village. And we know we hear that a lot, but if we don't start doing for each other, then we not. And all it takes is one. You know what I'm saying? So you don't have to be perfect, but you just have to be great at what you do, and that's the model. So it's positivity over negativity, you know, prey or predator.
Right, love it. I need one of those shirts. I need
I got you. I got you.
Y'all heard it.
You heard it.
But yeah, man, I appreciate you coming out.
Always,
with this, man.
always.
We're gonna try to do some type of screenshot, so you do whatever. We're gonna do something for the screenshot.
Okay.
So
this is it?
This is it. We're doing it.
You ready?
We're doing it, and this is all being recorded too.
Okay.
All right, there we go.
Okay.
So
appreciate
you.
No problem.
We definitely